Hey, come on in and welcome to A Win is a Win podcast, where sports and everything else collide. Comfortable? All right. Let's go, Dr. T.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. That's right, y'all. Welcome back. We made it to another week. And listen, when I tell you that there has been so much going on in sports, so much going on with the NBA trade deadline, you go to this team, you get a new team, you get a new team. We have so much to catch up on, and so we are not going to waste time with a lot of chitter chatter, but we will get into this first. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast, and don't forget to tell someone and tell somebody else to join. A win is a win. And hey, listen, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know when a new episode drops. And please hit the like button if you don't mind. It keeps the sister in the algorithm. Just lets everybody know, hey, there's a little podcast over there you might want to check out, and hit the subscribe button. I promise you it won't even cost you a thing. All right, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to the business. Myles Garrett is ready to go. That's right. He released a statement requesting to be traded from my Cleveland Browns. I'm okay, y'all. I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. But I understand. I understand, my brother. I understand. As a kid dreaming of the NFL, all I focused on was the ultimate goal of winning a Super Bowl, and that goal fuels me today more than ever. My love for the community of Northeast Ohio and the incredible fan base of the Cleveland Browns has made this one of the toughest decisions of my life. These past 8 years have shaped me into the man that I am today. While I loved calling this city my home, my desire to win and compete on the biggest stages won't allow me to be complacent. The goal was never to go from Cleveland to Canton. It has always been to compete for a win and a Super Bowl. With that in mind, I have requested to be traded from the Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett. And you know what? I don't blame him. Here's why. Growing up in Cleveland and understanding, you know, the landscape of Cleveland sports, and you can never just get there, okay? Rams, Cleveland, old Cleveland Browns are the LA Rams. Fun fact. And then fast forward, the Baltimore Ravens. Art Modell them, took the Browns from us in the middle of the night, straight over to Baltimore. And so every time that we think we get it right, we just can't. And right now, I understand what Myles Garrett is saying. I want to win a Super Bowl. And my goal has never just to be land on this hill and die here and not get to a stage big enough where people can see me and see the talent that I do have when it comes to showing up in those crucial moments on the biggest stages. So I understand. And as a Cleveland Brown fan, it hurts to continuously see good players leave the organization, but that just means that somewhere behind those closed doors, upstairs in offices where we have no reach, they need to figure it out. So good luck to Myles Garrett and all that he has in his future. Listen, it was the trade heard round the world. Yep. So in a blink, without any conversation to either player, we get a trade that shook up the internet and left everybody's jaw on the floor. So if you don't know by now, the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Doncic, Max Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first round pick. I listen, I literally thought that someone had hacked Shams's Instagram. I thought that the reports were coming out was fake. You know how people say, "Oh, this person's passed away," and then his spam is, some type of internet rumor or lie that's going on, and it just it, I was floored. I'm like, did somebody put Jerry Jones down there in the Dallas Mavericks office? Because this sounds like some nonsense that Jerry will pull off. But it did happen. Both players have moved on. We have heard from Luca now. We have heard from AD. We've heard from LeBron. We've heard from Jay Kidd. We've heard from the owners. We've heard from everybody. And so now it's just simply time to play ball. But here's what I think. I think that the Lakers did this as a play to set them up for the future. I do not believe that this was something spiteful uh, or, you know, sneaky in any kind of way, other than the fact that AD wasn't aware. Um, you also have to understand that they can't expect the team. This isn't a 25-year-old LeBron anymore. It's not. Excuse me. He's 40. And as well as LeBron can play at 40 years old, he does not have another 10 years. He may not even have another 5. So I believe a part of this, where it wasn't initiated by the Lakers, I do feel that they thought ahead, like, okay, this is going to cause some controversy, sure enough. But this also sets us up for the future for after LeBron, because we are not going. So we have an opportunity, as crazy as this trade may seem, to start building for the future. And alternatively, I do feel that way for the Mavs as well. You can build around KD. Excuse me. You could build around Kyrie and AD. He can really, truly, as he's been wanting to do, play the 4 right now. So we'll see how it all works out, but that's just my preliminary thought on the situation. Jump down there in the chat and let me know exactly what you think. Listen, got trade, not played. That's right. Trae Young is over basically getting snubbed from the All-Star game, and he tweeted, um, it's no longer snubbed, it's getting trade at this point. Sorry to my fans. It'll change eventually. All right, y'all. Talk soon. And this was his response to yet again not being picked for the All-Star team. And if you really want to talk about his stats, let's just say that we want to talk about his stats. He's currently first in the NBA in total assists at 501, average APG 11.4, points, assists, and double doubles at 27. So I get it. I definitely don't understand why he is consistently snubbed or trade, as he says, but hopefully soon and going forward, we can see something change where he is picked. And I can see the comments, and people are like, oh well, he just lost 7 straight games, so he should apologize to the fans for that. Why should he apologize? Trae is not his entire team. See, in All-Star, we don't pick the entire team. We pick the top players. Trae didn't lose all 7 games by himself. He's not on that court by himself. So that argument is dead in the water to me. I hear it, but that's dead in the water to me. It's not like saying to a boxer, you lost 7 matches in a row. Well, he is responsible for that. There is no team outside of his trainers. But when you talk about a basketball team, you can't just put all 7 on his back like that. That much I do not agree with. So listen, Big Perk says that Curry doesn't deserve to be an all-star this year at all. Okay. Now, he says, quote, I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud. Steph Curry should not be an all-star. Look, no matter what the fans want, no matter what the coaches want, no matter what we want to see, this deal you have to earn to be an all-star by your production. And if you're looking at the production around the league, is the guys in a Western Conference that have better numbers than Steph, and their teams are in better position than Steph's. So I mean, am I lying? This is what Big Perk was saying. Now, a lot of people automatically, off top, not even having to think about it, disagree and saying that Steph is an all-star. And yes, he's getting older, but at the same time, especially right now, he's never had to carry a team any harder than what he's having to do right now. So that alone should make him an all-star. Um and then of course, some people are all they get off topic. Well, he doesn't deserve to be a commentator. Listen, you don't have to agree with every single take that an analyst has, especially an ex-player. It doesn't mean that they don't need to be a commentator. It just means that he stated his opinion. And here's the question that I have, okay? Should he get to be an all-star and he's being weighed on his production, okay? And his team. Perk is saying that his team has the worst record in the league. So he shouldn't be an all-star. So he's lumping him in with the team. But then there's that argument before where Trae Young people are saying that you can't penalize him for the team and he should be an all-star on his individual accolades. So what are we going to do here? Are we going to hold the candle to the light and light it the same for everybody across the board? Because you can't say Steph shouldn't be an all-star because Golden State sucks, but then say, oh, well, Trae should be an all-star and it's not the team. Which way is it? Because like I said before, all-star is what you do. Curry is carrying the team. His production is there. The team's production might not be there, but Curry's is. And yes, he is getting older, but at the same time, he's carrying the weight of the team on his back. It's not the same Golden State as it was of old. And things happen that way where things change. So my question is, if we're going to be fair in our judgment and our takes on who should and who should not be, then it needs to be an even playing field straight across the board. Okay, we can't say one thing about one player and then flip it and say something else about another player. No, it should be equal. Listen, Cam Newton said what now? Because I don't quite understand what he means. So what he said was is he wouldn't give up his league MVP for a Super Bowl championship. Let's listen to what he had to say.
If you could give back that league MVP for a Super Bowl championship, would you do it? No. Oh. Really? Just to pose this thought, what's more important, impact or championships? You look at a guy like Allen Iverson, who you stood up on the table and blah, 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 blah. Everybody's not going to be Michael Jordan. Everybody's not going to be Patrick Mahomes. Everybody's not going to be these individuals who have the luxury of saying, hey, I not only dominated this sport, but I also have championships to back it. The impact of you holding yourself accountable to say everybody has a responsibility to do. And you can say as an MVP award winner or an All-American, you've held yourself or you've held your end of the bargain down. If you can.
So, you know, in my mind, I feel like this, okay? I think it's a solid answer in some ways, because just follow me with this. There are many, many players that have championship rings that have very, very little impact on winning, and we don't even remember any of them. The MVP definitely says, I held my end of the bargain. Okay? So I don't think that he's completely wrong. I do think somewhere deep down inside, he himself believes about 90% of what he's saying. But I think the other 10% is, had he had a chip, had he hoisted that Lombardi, 100%. 100%. He would feel differently. My only question is, okay, Cam, play a little devil's advocate. Why you ain't jump on that ball then? Why you didn't jump on that loose ball? Just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. Just saying. Jump down in the chat. Let me know what you think. Do you agree that a MVP means more than hoisting that Lombardi? Let me know exactly what you think. So listen, I'm sick and tired of Patrick Mahomes Sr. So you mean to tell me, on top of all the DWIs that you get, okay, you mean to tell me now that your account was hacked? Gone now. Listen, Patrick Mahomes Sr.'s claim that his ex account was hacked after receiving backlash for taking shots at the Bills following the AFC Championship game. Now, Mahomes Sr.'s posted on his ex account, today is a great day to not be from Buffalo, which quickly sparked a response from Bills fans, who also referenced his recent legal issues, including his multiple DWI arrests. Mahomes Sr. later released a statement saying that the Mahomes family respects the Buffalo Bills organization and Bills Mafia fan base. Come on now. Do you need some of them Kansas City, players to press you about this? Because knock it off. Okay? Here's what I don't like. All right? I cannot stand when people just post whatever the hell they want. And then when it doesn't go over well, or when it's not received in the way that they assume it would be, you think because Patrick Mahomes is your son and they are 2-time Super Bowl championships and they going back this year, that you could just say what the hell ever out of your mouth and there's no repercussion about it? Go on now. Listen, stop. Knock it off. Somebody needs to press you about this. Okay? Because listen to this. Somebody took the time to specifically hack your phone just to go on, bypass everything else. Okay? Bypass everything else. Your bank accounts, they done bypassed all of your personal information, your social security number, your pictures, and anything else. And they went straight to X and posted that. And then got off your phone. And logged out of your account so you could just log back in there. And you didn't. Come on now. Stop. Take accountability for what you said. If you said it, stand on it. Yeah, I said it and what? That's how I felt in the moment. I'm sorry y'all feel that way and keep it pushing. Ain't nobody hacked your phone. Knock it off. I don't believe you. You need more people. Y'all believe this? Y'all believe what he said? Let me know what y'all think down in the chat. Listen, Brett and Jim, they still got beefaroni, y'all. That beefaroni so hot on the stove, it's almost burning. Listen. So Brett called out Jim Harbaugh, Belima called out Jim Harbaugh for running to the NFL amid the Connor Stallion sign stealing scandal information. Now he seems to think he busted up out of the NC2A to go to the NFL because he didn't want to be directly involved any longer with the allegations of sign stealing. So, of course, everybody has to run the X. So Brett tweeted this after Justin Spiro. If you cheat to win, then you've already lost. And this is what Jim Harbaugh said. So somebody was quoting Jim Harbaugh. All right. To which Brett replied, really? Well, why did you leave? Was looking forward to playing, but understand why you ran to the NFL. See you in the future. Can't wait. All right. So then somebody retweeted what Jim Harbaugh said. Tell the truth always. If you lie, it's over. To which Brett then responds with the laughing face with the footballs lined up with the angel halo over the top. Now, if y'all didn't think that beef was getting any worse, all right, then Paul Feinbaum got to step in and start running his mouth, to which he said he's right. Harbaugh is just a disingenuous fraud about all the things he's used to say. He didn't want to face the music. By the way, Michigan really didn't want him to stay in the first place. I mean, listen to me. If you had a hater, if you had to have a bowl, a mixing bowl, and said, take your two biggest haters and put them in there and mix it up to get you a big batch of hater batter to bake you the biggest hater cake, it would be Feinbaum and Brett. Listen, okay? I don't understand how these two men grown men get up every single day, and choose to think about another grown man. Ask me if I get up and on my regular day and think about anybody outside of what I need to do that's pertinent to my business. If it's not pertinent to my business, I'm not thinking about it. Another person or nothing like that. But in my mind, I'm saying to myself, how do these two men just get up and continuously think about Harbaugh? It's like Michigan lives rent free in everyone's heads that talks about college football because of that. He moved on. And he ain't the first coach that got caught doing that or his team. Okay? And then you really can't take Feinbaum serious because he has a different take on Michigan every other week. My Lord, give it up. Feinbaum, give it up. Nobody wants to hear you. Nobody wants to see grown men going at it on social media about another grown man. It is it makes me think, like, what's really going on in your life? You have all of these other things that's going on in your life, and this is what you are choosing to think about. Come on now, knock it off. Listen, Tucker has been accused of kicking it a bit too hard during massage therapy. Now, The Ravens kicker has been accused of inappropriate sexual misconduct by not one, two, three, four, nope, not five, but six massage therapists around the Baltimore region from incidents between 2012 to 2016. Of course, he made a statement flat out denying what he has been accused of. But I want to see something that's going to be interesting to me. Okay, we'll reserve our. I'm going to reserve what I think until the truth comes out, because in my mind, everybody ain't going to tell the same lie. I'm just saying 6 different massage therapists got together around the Baltimore region and had coffee and said, yeah, this is the lie we're going to tell. I don't know, but we'll see. I just want to see if he gets treated the same way that Deshaun Watson. That's all I want to see. What do y'all think? Y'all think he was over there trying to get them happy endings during his massage therapy sessions when he was supposed to be recovering from, muscle soreness and all of these different things? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think down in the chat. And if you did, Tucker, that's just real nasty and filthy. Shame on you. But we don't know yet, so we'll reserve. Looking for some quality betting picks? Well, download the Discord app and join our group BetMasters Lounge, where you can get positive EV and arbitrage along with best bets and parlays. Download Discord now, send us an invite, and get in on the action. Observe that. Listen, y'all, Aikman said to the NFL, I'm gonna need y'all to knock it off. Okay. So the legendary QB says that the NFL owes it to the fans who gamble on football to make sure the refs make the right calls. He says there's a lot of money that's changing hands with these calls. I think that we owe it to the fans that we get it right. And I think we're at a point in time where we can get it more right now than we ever have. I just want to be sure that the refs are suspended or fired at this point. Suspended or fired. Here's why. There is zero tolerance for players who gamble or are involved in gambling directly, indirectly, through their cousins, friends. It doesn't matter. It's zero tolerance. But where has been the zero tolerance for the refs? I don't want to hear about weeks later, a review was done and the call that happened 3 weeks ago in week 12 was egregious. And so it doesn't change the outcome of the game. So why is that ref still reffing at this point? So what is the consequence? Because we don't see any. I haven't seen any consequences that I could pinpoint down where somebody's just like, oh yeah, I got suspended. Or we've had reports where a ref was fired, because a lot of these calls have been very sus. And y'all know they have been very sus. And when you watch football and you see it in real time, no. You know what? I think in a way that subtly, there's some corruption. Maybe not all, but some within the referee system. You can't convince me otherwise, because something ain't right there. Listen, Pat Riley told the Chiefs that if they win the Super Bowl, that he would agree to allow them to use the phrase three-peat. Okay? Only if they win. Now, for those of you who don't know, Pat Riley is the president of the Miami Heat and an OG coach, and has owned multiple trademarks on the term three-peat since the 1990s. And Riley's company, which is called Riles & Co., currently owns at least 6 live trademarks for shirts, jackets, hats, and more. Now, check this out. In let's see. There is the word, how you spell it, 3-peat, okay? THREEPEAT, the number 3 with the word peat, PEAT, 3 THREE hyphen PEAT, and 3-peat as far as hats, jackets, and shirts. 3-peat on energy drinks, sports drinks, drinking water with vitamins, and 3-peat on collector's plates, mugs, and tanks. Also, 3-peat on bumper stickers, decals, paper pennants, paperweights, and posters, and jewelry, computer bags, sunglasses, and backpacks. Riley cashed in on this. I think it was in 1988 when Bulls Gear read repeat the 3-peat. And again in 2000 when the New York Yankees won their 3rd World Series in a row. And yet again, less than 2 years later, the Lakers hoisted a 3rd straight championship trophy behind Coach Phil Jackson. Now, legend has it that Los Angeles Lakers guard Byron Scott was the first to utter the term 3-peat, which became the motto of the Lakers' 1988-89 season as they began their first quest for their 3rd straight NBA title. But Riley, then the Lakers head coach, is the one who had the insight to trademark the word. Now, the trademarks cover such items as I mentioned, the shirts, jackets, and such. The National Retail Federation estimates that the football fans are expected to spend around $18.6 billion on this year's Super Bowl, around $2.6 billion of which could go towards the team's apparel alone. Now, according to ESPN article from 2005, anyone who used the 3-peat trademark was expected to pay an estimated 5% royalty fee to Riley. Say what you want. Say what you say what you will, but that man is all over top of his business, you know. And some people are like, well, owning the term is so cheap, and you didn't come up with it, so why should you get the credit? Well, because he was the one smart enough to trademark it. Bottom line. So I mean, you can't. Let's just say if someone said, you know, with all the hate that's going on with the Chiefs right now, and everybody's tired of them. The Kelsey and the Taylor Swift and the NFL is pushing her in people's face. Let's say you came up with a shirt that said, let's say when you came up with a phrase that said 3-cheat, right? Because everybody's saying that they're cheating their way to a 3rd championship, right? All right. If that's all you're saying and you're not smart enough to go trademark it, that's on you. But if I break you off some bread because I know you said it, then are you really mad? It's still all green money at the end of the day that we cannot take with us. Listen, Cat Williams is launching his own film studio on 117 acres of a former Alabama military base. And not that he has to prove anything with his money, but I guess he wants to put the money back into the community, as he always says. What is the point of having money if I can't give it back to my people? The Emmy Award winning stand-up comedian has officially purchased a former military base in Alabama with plans to transform it into a movie studio. Now, per land records, the barracks of Fort McClellan and its surrounding property are made up of 30 concrete buildings with 3 million square feet of indoor space. There are 10 barracks, 2 large gymnasiums, and 90 acres of usable flat land. Now, Williams revealed to the Gentleman's Quarterly that he got the idea for the studio from other entertainers like Donald Glover, 50 Cent, and Tyler Perry, who have undertaken similar ventures. And he said it's just not fair to put all that pressure on Tyler Perry. He can only do so much, he reportedly told a news source. For those who don't know, land is a major flex. And you can have as much money as you think you may need. But when you have land, that is something that is yours. That is something that is generational. That is something that you can build on and pass down from generation to generation. So interesting to see exactly what Cat Williams is going to do with that land. And he plans to employ people to give them jobs who don't have jobs, or those who may have been overlooked within the movie, film sector, and give them opportunities to shine as far as film production and otherwise. So that should be interesting to see what he does with that large amount of land. Now, how does DJ Khaled say, y'all? And another one. I think that's how he said another one. What? Another insurrectionist has been jailed. Now, if y'all don't know, Donald Trump went his behind right there in the office and pardoned all the January 6th insurrectionists, and some of the most dangerous ones were set free, not even had their sentences commuted, okay? But free on the street. The first one was shot down by the police not even a week after he was let go. Had an illegal weapon, not registered, and so forth and so on, and was threatening police officers. And so what happened? Well, all right, you messed around and you found out. Well, here we go, another one, y'all. So this time, this woman was convicted to 10 years for killing a woman in a drunk driving crash. Emily Hernandez was pardoned a few weeks ago and has pleaded guilty when she caused the fatal wreck. Come on now. I mean, you are a criminal that's running the country, all right, who then pardon other criminals, put them back out in society for them to only turn around to do the same type of criminal behavior that got them locked up in the first place, along with your orders to charge the Capitol, and they go back to jail. But at the same time, a felon can't vote without getting their civil rights restored. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. This is where we are in this country at this point. And a side note, y'all, please be sure that you check on your social security numbers, you check up on your credit reports, you check up on your medical information, because Elon Musk has no type of authority to go into the Department of Treasury, but he was given access and can look at people's private information, can look at your social security information, can look at your medical history, and everything that he, as a regular citizen, should not have access to. So please, that is a breach. And if they come out with a class action lawsuit, I hope we all join in, because that's disgusting. All right, so let's see. Super Bowl is Sunday. And you have roughly about 300,000 NFL fans who are boycotting the Super Bowl because they feel that the refs have been involved in um, I guess I can say this nicely, making a way for the Chiefs to get back to Super Bowl 59. I can just say this. I mean, 300,000 people is quite a lot. Okay. Do I think it's some funny business going on with the refs? 100% in a few games. But all we can do is sit back and watch and see how it plays out. Because now reports are this morning, all of a sudden, about, what was it, 40% of the Eagles are now down with the flu. All at the same time, all at once. Something is fishy right there. So get the food service people on the phone right now from the hotel where they are staying or something, because here we are days before the Super Bowl, and you know it takes a few days for that flu to start stirring up and marinating. And here we are, and they all have the flu. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how that plays out. And it should be interesting to see if anybody else where the Eagles are staying in the hotel ends up sick. Because if they don't, like if it's other uh um uh people that are staying in the hotel, guests, okay, and they're sick, we have a problem. But if no one else in that hotel is reporting sick and it's just the Eagle, yep. I think y'all picking up what I'm laying down. What y'all think about that? Get down in the comments. Let me know. Brittany Griner, after 11 seasons with the Phoenix Mercury, signs a 1-year deal with the Atlanta Dream. Now, Griner announced that she's leaving Phoenix and taking her talents to Atlanta. Excuse me. After signing a new contract. And as a first-time free agent after 11 seasons playing for Phoenix, she has secured her spot with the Atlanta Dream. I don't what has Brittany done for the Mercury since she's been home. I think something was different about her after she came home, because she was not that same beast that she was when she first walked through the door. And I believe that a lot of what she went through in Russia took a lot from her in her game. But Atlanta fans are excited to see what she could do down there in Atlanta. And they are excited about it. There hasn't been much conversation on the Mercury end just yet, but I'm sure they wish her the best all the same. So Brittany was out with her new team, and they were congratulating her on her signing a new contract. Let's take a listen.
So free agency has been everything I wanted it to be. Honestly, I was able to find where I wanted to go. And honestly, what led me to that decision ultimately was the team, the players, as individuals, and then also like my family. So, I mean, I'm thrilled for this chapter. It's my first time going into free agency. And it was cool. There was this hard decision because you're leaving what I've known for my whole career. But there's an exciting factor of like, okay, like this is like a rebrand now. Like this is like I get to show them like something different. All right, that's a wrap on BG Outside the Lines. I want to thank my teammates for being here, making this day special for me. Damn it. Thank you. Yeah, outside.
So she clearly is excited to be going to the Atlanta Dream. What kind of numbers do you think, BG, and what kind of impact do you think she's going to have down there in the ATL? Jump down in the chat. Let me know. Adam Silver, y'all, is up to it again. At first, it was we're going to change the All-Star, okay? And we'll see what goes on with that. Then he came back out and said that we need to look into this the way that the league is going and so many threes are being shot, and we're gonna have to talk about the fundamentals of basketball. Okay, he's at it again, y'all. So Adam Silver says that he's a fan of shortening the NBA games to 4 10-minute quarters. I think it's time for a new commissioner, y'all. I think the time has come for just a new commissioner. I mean, at this point, shorten the season. I'd rather cut the number of games than cut the length of games. The season is just way too damn long. And all this nonsense he keeps throwing, 82 games, come on now. Adam, I don't know exactly where his thinking is. I don't know exactly how is this going to impact the game? Okay? It's still, let's just call it what it is. Even in my suggestion, shortening the season or shortening the quarters is still not going to make them play the type of basketball that is going to spark interest. Okay? It's not. People want to come out and see defense. And right now, there isn't any. You get the ball, shoot it. You get the ball, shoot it. It's almost like the players are just standing around and there are really no contested shots anymore. That's it. I mean, it's so many things that need to be fixed that the game length is just not one of them. I mean, leave the bullshit alone and just make defense relevant again. That's just all I'm going to say. That's how I feel about it. I don't know how y'all feel. Jump down in the chat. Listen. So we have a bunch of trade deadline trades that went down. And it was busy. I mean, every other 5 minutes, it was something going on. It was just like checkers and Uno reverse. And no, you go here. No, pull this back. No, you go here. Okay, now this one is going to come over here. Give me 3 for 2. Give me a trade up clause. Give me a first round pick for this in 2020. It was a mess. Okay. So taking a look at these trades, we're going to look at who went where, and I'm going to put a poll question as to what you think about the movement and how do you think teams are going to end up with the players that they left. I mean, players that left and the players that they received. All right. So Butler to Golden State on a $121 million deal. And Luka, of course, we know went to the Lakers. AD, of course, we know went to Dallas. Porter Jr. went to the Bucks. Smart went to the Wizards. Schroeder to the Pistons. Bogdanovich to the Clippers. Hunter to the Cavs. KD is staying a Sun, and I'm going to get into that here in a bit. And Nurkic is out. Martin is now a Sun. Williams, excuse me, to the Lakers. And Ingram to the Raptors. Excuse me. Lonzo Ball and the Bulls have agreed on a $20 million deal over 2 years. Valanciunas to the Kings, Martin to the Mavs, and De'Aaron Fox is now a Spur. Listen, excuse me, y'all. Sometimes, you know, ball is all you know. Okay. Sometimes that's all you know. And you just kind of get stuck there. What I mean is, two-time All-Star Isaiah Thomas is pursuing another NBA return, y'all. Yes, another one. And he's signing into the G League and rejoining the Utah Jazz's Salt Lake City affiliate. He is, how old is Thomas? He's 35, averages 33 points in 4 G League games en route to call up to the Suns. I mean, sometimes you can say, why can't these guys let it go? You know, but you have to figure ball is life for some people, and they can't. They are not going to let it go until it is absolutely done. And some people say, well, Boston ruined his career. All right. And that could be true. But sometimes, you have to let a person just go through the motions. And I feel right now, excuse me, that is exactly what Isaiah Thomas is doing. I think he is going through the motions. Listen, KD, and if he's pissed, I'd understand, but I think that the Suns kind of did KD a little dirty. Now, it's about how they handled Beal and Nurkic situation. And I think it was really poor. And I'm pretty much not talking about them trying to trade them, rather how it was handled, but how they even handled this KD situation was even more disgusting. If anything, the guy who has been their best player and also leading the team on the defensive end shouldn't be the one the teams tried to kick out in a disrespectful way because organization's own malpractice. So y'all are the problem and you want to try to make him suffer for it. That's not cool. I mean, he should be the one asking for a trade, but he didn't. I guess feelings of the players and some core fans matter over winning. But you know what? I'm not surprised that KD being aggressively shot by the Suns because pretty much I knew it was bound to happen. Plus, he didn't deserve this organization and some core parts of this fan base anyways. Because here's the thing. It was not just how it was handled, but at the same time, the organization and how they have just made terrible decisions following the Kevin Durant trade is just disappointing. And the upper echelon of people who run the organization, Matt Ishbia, however you say his name, it's a mess. Okay. It's a complete, utter mess. He got blindsided and got the hint of him being shopped after the Luka trade and approached them before they told him. That's some backdoor mess right there. And if they approached him and told him before making the move, then I'm sure we wouldn't be in this position that we're in right now, even discussing it. But they didn't care. In my opinion, I feel that they were going to quietly, try and trade him to the very team that he didn't want to go to until approached like, yo, is this for real? Like, this can't be for real. Well, it is, but you got to remember that the NBA is a business and players get traded, but you don't handle it that way, especially for players like KD and the Lucas. I mean, other players are watching and they're seeing like, ain't nobody safe. Ain't nobody safe. And if I were KD, Oh, I would be big mad. I would be good and pissed off for sure. Because it just takes a phone call. Don't shop me around and then come swing back like, hey, yo, look, this is what we trying to do. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Or even worse, don't tell me at all, and then you double back and then try to send me to the very team that he does not want to go to. Like, oh, it and at the end of the day, it didn't go through because the Warriors decided to honor KD's wish. I do not want to come back, and called it off. But that's even though the Suns were pushing it. Nasty work, y'all. Nasty work. Let me know exactly what you think of these trades. Did you end up with a player that will make your team better, that put you in contention? And tell me, what do you think about this business of the NBA, even the NFL, and how these trades are going down and people are just not getting phone calls? Nobody's even making uh having a decency to have face-to-face conversations or anything. I mean, it's just it's getting ugly out there, and already the NBA has lower ratings and people are really not feeling it. So jump down in the comments, let me know exactly what you think. We're gonna come back and get into some of these bets and see if we can make a little bit of coin, y'all. All right, time for some bets, y'all. Don't forget, if you want to get in on the action, two places you can find us. One, go to drT23.site. That is DRT23.site. Go ahead, click, join me on DraftKings, and go ahead and throw down $5 if you haven't already joined. They'll give you up to $150 in bonus bets. And also, they have good promos going on right now. You can also jump over in Discord and join our server. That is Bet Masters Lounge over in Discord. Send you an invite, join the group, and get some free picks. We're not charging no money, just trying to have a little bit of fun. All right, tonight's NBA action. We're going to take the Cavaliers at minus 17 on the point spread against Washington. Then we're going to go over out to Philly. I'm going to take the 76ers at minus 3.5 on the point spread against Detroit. And for Utah and Phoenix, I'm going to take the over 233. Go ahead and put that in on DraftKings, $20, and that's paying you about 136. Okay, that's going to be our pick for NBA. And then, of course, we have a little bit of college basketball happening tonight as well. So I'm going to take Purdue at minus 13 on a point spread against USC. Next game up, I'm going to take Connecticut at minus 2.0 on a point spread against St. John. And then I'm going to take San Jose State against Boise, and I'm going to take plus 14 on the point spread there. And you can also get that in on DraftKings and get about 142 and some change on a $20 bet. And right now, actually, DraftKings has upped that. So if you deposit your $5, you go ahead and you're getting up to $200 in bonus bets. And also, don't forget, Super Bowl is going down this weekend on Sunday. And what are you going to do for that game? Are you going to watch it? Are you going to sit back and watch it? Or are you going to put some bets in? Well, if you're going to put some bets in, let me tell you exactly what I think. I think that this game is going to go over the 48.5. So I'm going to take the over there. I'm going to take Philly on the money line. And I'm also going to take first half total over 23.5. And for my prop bet, I'm going to take Jalen Hurts with over 199.5 passing yards. That's a positive EV of plus 16. Go ahead and take your time. Look at the bets. I hope you wrote them down. Maybe you see somewhere else that you may like to put in. Just remember, do it early. Don't wait until last minute. And always remember, bet responsibly and never bet any more than you're willing to lose. Time for our moment in Black history. Mary McLeod Bethune, Mary McLeod Bethune's parents were formerly enslaved. Despite this, Bethune became one of the most important and inspiring leaders in education, women's rights, and civil rights. As one of 17 children, she grew up picking cotton alongside her family. She eventually went to a boarding school and became a teacher. She married another teacher, and the pair moved to Florida, where Bethune opened a boarding school for her own, the Industrial School for Training for Negro Girls. The school eventually merged in with all male students and became Bethune Cookman College in 1929. However, Bethune didn't stop there. She was a champion of women's rights, worked in President D. Franklin Roosevelt's administration as the Director of Negro Affairs of the National Youth Administration, and served as Vice President of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Her tireless efforts helped ensure she left behind a better world than the one she was born into. A Moment in Black History recognizes Mary McLeod Bethune. All right, it's time for Gone Now. And listen, y'all, if you have been anywhere near social media or somewhere online, you have seen this woman creating havoc, okay, in Pakistan, Karachi, Pakistan. Let me give you the backstory, because when I tell you Gone Now, I don't even have I don't have that many Gone Nows for this nonsense. Listen, so there's an American woman, Anija Andrew. Now, apparently she's from New York somewhere, okay? And she's allegedly abandoned by her Karachi-based online boyfriend. Um, and she has been admitted to a psychiatric department at Jinnah Postgraduate Medical Center for mental health evaluation. Now, this is how it got started. She initially traveled all the way to Pakistan on October 11th, 2024 to marry listen, y'all, 19-year-old Pakistani boy, Nidal Menman, whom she met online. However, things took an unexpected turn when Nidal's family refused the marriage, leaving her stranded. Now, you are a grown woman, okay? Who flew across the United States, across the Atlantic Ocean, over past Africa, up to the Middle East, okay, to Pakistan, to meet this online 19-year-old boy. You are a grown woman. And when you showed up and the parents said, oh no, something is off and you need to go away, you decided to stay. But here's where the play is coming in, y'all. Now, she's claiming that she's been abandoned. There. How are you abandoned when you willingly got on a plane and flew over there to meet this little 19-year-old boy? Gone now. Now, earlier, she has a son in the United States, Jeremiah Andrew Robinson, who made a couple of statements. And in the video, he claimed that his mother had been struggling with bipolar disorder and often finds it difficult to make rational decisions. He also stated that his mother was supposed to return within 2 weeks, but she never did. Despite his and his brother's efforts to arrange tickets, she refused to leave Pakistan. Gone now. Listen, y'all, this woman is creating all types of hell and havoc over there in folks' country. Let me tell you how. She is demanding on video at a press conference with prominent people in Pakistan that she is Pakistani now. She is not leaving, that she is demanding they pay her $2,000 a week to stay there. She is demanding that they give her land. She is demanding that they find, quote unquote, her wedding ring, quote unquote, that the little 19-year-old boy gave her that was worth $100,000. She wants that gone now. She then got the police involved, and they are supposed to be protecting her. And she is demanding that they go find him, bring him to her so that they could go get married in Dubai and she's gonna still keep on. Like, it is such an embarrassment. You could tell that she's just basically running the play, whether she has bipolar disorder or not. She's running a play. She's smart enough to know that I'm in another country. I'm going to claim that these people abandoned me when I could just get my grown ass back on a plane and go back to the United States and continue on with the business that I was doing before October. Okay. So you mean to tell me that you have unwillingly been abandoned in Pakistan from October 24 to February of 25? Gone now. That is a bunch of bullshit, and you know it. You went over there, you ran a play on them people because that little boy and his mom and his daddy said, oh no, this is not what I was looking at, or not what was told to me, or however it went down online. That's why you got to be real careful about this online stuff, y'all, because it could get real nasty real quick. And you went over there into them people's country and ran a play. Now, them same people could not pull that off here in the United States. Imagine with me for a minute, y'all, if you will. A Pakistani grown man comes over here to meet a 19-year-old girl online that he's met, and her family closes down their house, runs away from him, and the United States says, oh, sir, I'm sorry, but for the next 3 months, we're going to lace your pockets with $2,000 a week. We're going to give you land. We're going to give you $100,000 for a ring that you can't even prove that you had. I'm going to allow you to wreak havoc all in my country, all because you decided to do what? Go play around online? Gone now. You over there running the play and in people's faces, and they have been gracious enough not to do anything to you. Okay? You do not go over into other people's territory. You do not go over there acting like that. The world is already in shambles enough with the little orange peel that we got up there in the White House. We already got the world against us. And then you go over there and you doing something like that. I want to know also, who is the cameraman that's following you around and putting the camera in your face? She sat there, y'all. Oh, yeah, I'm good and pissed. She sat there, y'all, and made a diplomat from Pakistan order her, follow me, 3 large fries from McDonald's, 6 chicken nugget meals, however that goes, 3 or 4 Big Macs, sat down at the table with the camera in her face, and she's eating, telling these people what they need to do for her while she's over there. Gone now. Last time I checked, you voluntarily got on a plane and voluntarily took your crooked ass over to Pakistan to try to run some game. I'm pretty sure she was trying to run game on this little boy. From what I hear, the little boy and his family has some money, okay? And so you ran over there to run a play and got played. And now you stayed over there and you trying to drain them people for all that they can give you. Gone now. It's sick. It's nasty. It's disgusting. It's for no reason. So I'm going to let you all hear the disgusting things that she said out of her mouth at a press conference, all because you made a bad decision. Listen to this.
I'm not talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me? Yeah. I'm getting my Pakistani passport and Pakistani ID. I'm getting it. Do y'all agree?
Sick.
Mind your business. What?
Nasty. Filthy. Musty.
I'm getting one. Do you have
Dusty.
one? Oh, you do? Okay, good. Listen. I don't live here. I'm chilling. It's none of your business. Now go home.
The man asked her, why are you chilling here in our country and why are you not taking a flight? Listen, not only did her sons get the money to get her a flight back home and she refused, the Karachi city got her a flight and was on the way to the airport, delayed the plane for 30 minutes just so they could get her up out of there, and she still didn't go. Go now. Play stupid games and you win stupid prizes. Y'all, I'm sick and tired of it. Rico, get me up out of here, y'all. I'll see you next week. Peace.
I got you, Dr. T. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the content, please hit follow and subscribe. And remember to smash the notification bell so you can stay up to date on new episodes. Until next week.